Welcome everyone to the L7C podcast superhero edition. Today we have a very special superhero pod for you all as we will be reviewing Fantastic Four, which just came out, and talking about a myriad of other things. We have the captain with us, Mr. Byron Mitchell. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
And for the first time ever on a superhero podcast, we have the pop culture expert, Miss Chelsea Heppert. How are you doing today, ma'am?
Hoping for the best.
Okay. Hoping for the best, she says. So, first time she's on a superhero pod because she was also at Fantastic Four. So I was like, hey, let's try and get the captain and the pop culture expert on, and let's just get right into it. So we all saw Fantastic Four together last weekend, opening weekend, the Friday night. Overall, did you like the movie? Not like the movie? Let's just dive right into it.
I enjoyed the movie. As I stated on the Superman review, if you haven't listened to that one, go ahead and listen to it. My love for superhero movies was renewed with the Thunderbolts and Superman, and this movie just continued that renewal. I was literally looking forward to this movie. I thought it was fantastic. Such a feel good movie from start to finish. Story, comedy, and action were all good. Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Iban Moss Bachrach, and Joseph Quinn did a great job of embodying the Fantastic Four. I was really looking forward to how Ralph Ineson sounded as Galactus, and it was perfect. He has such a commanding voice, and just a perfect fit for Galactus. And then Julia Garner did well as Shala Ball, Silver Surfer. Just excellent casting all around.
Chelsea, what did you think of the movie?
I really, really enjoyed it. Similar to Byron, my love and appreciation was restored with Thunderbolts a few months ago for superhero movies, just because I feel like it kind of got lost with the oversaturation of superhero movies over the last few years. But then this movie kind of continued that ride. Like the whole time people were laughing and just like engaged with the actual movie, like our not even like including our group of friends that went, like the whole theater was into it. Which definitely makes or breaks an experience of like when you can tell the theater's either for it or against it. um and like literally when I got out, I texted like other people that I know who love superhero movies of like, this was great, like you're gonna love it. So I enjoyed it. I want to see it again.
Byron, what were some of your favorite moments from the movie?
My probably number one favorite movie moment was the intro where they were just recanting like the heroics of the Fantastic Four. So it wasn't like an introduction to the Fantastic Four, like, oh, this is a story of how they got their powers and so forth. They were already superheroes, I think, for 4 years. I think that's what they said in the movie.
Mhm.
So like the beginning was just them recanting some of their heroics that they did before the actual story of the movie took place. I think that was my favorite moment.
How about you, Chelsea?
I don't think I necessarily have a favorite moment per se because I liked how everything kind of tied in. But my favorite thing about the movie was that it made time for each of the characters, so each of the Fantastic Four to kind of shine, so that way you got a feel of who their character was and what was important to them, and then how they played a role within like the team. Like it was, yes, Pedro Pascal, like there were main parts of it, but like each character felt more complex and like actually had a backstory than what like a normal superhero movie would when you have a group like that.
Any other favorite moments?
I just thought about this one. So we all know that Sue Storm is pregnant in the movie, but there's this one scene where she like phases to just see the baby, and that was just like great CGI. Just like her and Reed Richards sharing this moment of just seeing the baby like their own sonogram. It was a good moment.
Chelsea, what were you going to say?
I don't know if you guys caught it, but the actor, and I'm so bad with names that I'm running on like zero energy right now and caffeine. but they played homage to the bear and like the kitchen scene when they were cooking together, which made me like kind of happy just because I recently just watched that show. And I wasn't expecting like that subtle like nod to where what's his face came from. I'm sorry, I'm not well versed with actors' names today.
Yeah, it was Iban Mas Baccarat who played the thing.
Yeah.
He also played in The Bear as a cook.
Yes. So that made me really happy.
Fair enough. I think other moments just to highlight them. Sue Storm's speech near the end to the people, obviously, because the crux of the movie, I mean, Galactus wants their kid because their kid is destined for immense power. They say no. And then Reed Richards, who is supposed to be the smartest man in the world, made a 0 IQ move by telling the whole world what Galactus wants. I don't understand why he did that by any means.
Because he was being transparent.
That that was stupid. That was plain stupid. They're like, what did he ask for? And then they'd be like, he could have just made some stuff up. Like, you didn't have to say the kid because then obviously the kid got vilified. And then like on the news stations where they were showing like, well, it's an obvious choice. You give up the kid. And Reed, like you said, being transparent and logical, he was actually considering that when they couldn't figure out a option. And then like you see them go from beloved heroes to in an instant public enemy number one.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think her speech was really good, like that she gave to the masses about she's not gonna give her kid up, but she's not gonna sacrifice the world either. So I just think she was. I think Vanessa Kirby was probably the best in the movie. Like her scenes, like she was really good as Sue.
She was a star.
Yeah, I agree. I think runner up would probably be Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. He had some great scenes in there too, and then he basically kind of helped them eventually because he got Shalla to turn on Galactus and.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it was just they all did very, very well. Just wanted to make sure we highlighted Sue on that. But this movie also is supposed to connect directly into Avengers 5. Avengers Doomsday. Byron, how does this movie connect to Avengers 5?
So the end credit scene, their Doctor Doom does show up in the Baxter building talking to Franklin. That's like the only connection we have to Avengers 5. Like, it doesn't explain the Thunderbolts end credit scene where we see the ship and how they get to the main MCU. So that would probably be further explained in Avengers 5.
So I guess then, because of they shifted things, there'll be one more movie before Avengers 5, and that's the Spider-Man one. But they said Spider-Man is going to be a standalone movie. It's not really going to have any real connections to Avengers 5. So currently, right now, with some of the people, we got to talk about their complaints, because rightfully so. Byron, you said, we don't even know who's on the damn ship anymore. If it's the Fantastic Four, if it's Doom. Or did the Fantastic Four just send Franklin away so that he, like a la like a Superman, sent him away because something was happening? Yeah. Sam is suing the Thunderbolts, like we talked about. We all like Thunderbolts because of the Avengers name, which, again, you got to trademark stuff. There's still no Avengers team formed. We don't know who's on the team, like Sam's team. And I guess with Chelsea, like with now, there's only Spider-Man and then Avengers 5. Like, what do you need to? What would you want to see in the first Avengers 5 trailer?
Like, we kind of know the who, but I guess more of like the why or what is coming. Like, we have a vague understanding of like who's going to be involved and who the different parties are, but like we don't really know. Like, if you're not super deep into it, like you don't know what is actually happening, so you're like, oh great, another Avengers movie. Like, you need to have that storyline to kind of pull people in. So just a little bit more detail, I guess.
Yeah, because I guess now you gotta have to do, like you said, the who's who, but now you gotta have the who's. So you have to go through that whole stuff of people meeting each other for the first time,
right?
Potentially, like first time we see it interacting on screen, because you could say they interacted, but we've never saw it. Like, for example, when's the last time any of the people in America talked to Shuri? of like Wakanda or Okoye,
Right.
or like interacting with them, or like what's Neymar's reputation now? Like who's working? Like who's Sam working with? When? How the hell are they going to get in contact with Thor and Captain like those people? And like is Doctor Strange back because he went with Charlize Theron? Like those things we need answered because again, that first trailer is going to be like, all right, someone called everyone together to reconnect or gather them, and
Right. Because I feel like there's been so many things that have happened since that it's very loosey goosey. Like I almost feel like you need a prequel of the Avengers before you get the actual Avengers.
I agree on that because there's a lot of
Well,
things like you said. Go ahead, Byron.
I was gonna say because like again, we know he's a big bad because they announced it, but like none of the heroes know he's a big bad. Like the only time we've seen him is at the end credit for like 30 seconds, and then said, "Oh, the Fantastic Four will be in the next Avengers movie." But like, one, how does he get there? And then two, who says, "Oh, he's a big bad that's coming to destroy everything"? Like that needs to be explained.
I mean, because you compare it to the last big bad of Thanos, like we saw him at the end of Avengers 1. Hell, you saw him in Guardians of the Galaxy 1 because Ronan was working for him. Like we knew of him, we knew he was coming, and then when he finally arrived, it was like, oh shoot. Now it's like, oh, Doom's gonna show up. Okay, and
right.
Like, what's your end goal? Like Thanos was to wipe out half the universe, and he succeeded. They had to go back in time to undo it. So what are they going to do now? So I don't know. Chelsea, I'm going to ask you this question because we've never actually got to ask you this question, and ever, or this will be your first time answering this. Who do you think should be the leader of the Avengers now? Now that Captain Rogers and Iron Man are dead.
Oh, oh no.
This has been a big debate we've been having for the past couple of years on who should be the leader. Because there was an article that just came out saying Mr. Fantastic was going to be the leader. But how can you be the leader of all these superheroes if you don't know any of them?
No, he's not going to be the leader just yet. I think eventually down the road, because something tragic's going to happen. But Yelena.
Okay, so she's all right.
She's a contender. I don't think she's the end all be all. I think she'll temporarily steer the ship for a little bit, metaphorically speaking, and then she will bow out because she's going to find something else that like brings her joy. I feel maybe truly if they actually put time into Carol's storyline, I think Captain Marvel, if they really steer that ship a little bit and actually like bring her back into the world.
Byron, who do you? Now we are 2 movies away. The next time we preview a Marvel movie will be 2026, and we'll be literally an Avengers 5 year. I mean, or we'll not technically because we'll get the first first trailer, which we may get maybe during Super Bowl or something like that. Right now, I know your opinions waver. Who do you think should be the leader? Or should there be multiple leaders?
I do like there probably will be multiple leaders. Like Yelena will lead her team, Sam will lead his team, and then like Pedro will lead the Fantastic Four because like they know of Doctor Doom because he's from their universe,
right?
But like because Doomsday comes first, so I think that would be like 3 like leaders, like the separate factions, and then you have like the X-Men and whoever else is joining. I think in like Secret Wars, I don't know who's going to be like the final leader, like that leads them, like one big team to. I'm assuming that Doctor Doom is going to be the villain in both movies.
So then, just to break it down to make the question even simpler, when it's the big fight, who is going? That's who you know who the leader is. Who is going to yell "Avengers Assemble"?
What if they don't even say that?
Oh, they got that. That's a tagline. You can't. That's a money line.
It is. What if they don't? What if they take a playbook out of High School Musical because we're all in this together, and they do it at the same time.
But even
Like
if
the
they
three
do
of
it,
them
even if
say
they
it
do
at
it
the
at the
same
same
time.
time, okay, who are going to be the people? They're not going to have all 50 plus characters say it. They're going to
No.
have like a specific group who like look back and all say like who are going to be the 3 or the 2 or the 1 who all say it.
I feel like this is what I'm going with my gut right now. I feel like it may be Sam and Bucky because they both knew Cap.
As a result, in honor of Natasha.
Yeah, because technically, if you go through the leaders of the Avengers, it was Steve Rogers, it was Tony Stark, and then when Infinity War happened, Natasha was the one leading the Avengers post snap because Tony retired to go be with his family, and then Steve was running Sam's like VA thing because Sam was dead, so she was the one assigning the mission. So I mean, I think she'll get a big part in that too. But then we're also thinking, I mean, from reports, the second leading character of the movie is an OG Avenger, and it's Thor.
Right.
But is Thor gonna die? Like people are saying he's gonna get a send off in this one.
Maybe.
So if he survives Doomsday, I feel like he could be like the leader because he's the OG. Like they would all look up to like an OG Avenger.
We'll see.
And we don't know what Hulk's doing, so
that's so true.
Clint's retired pretty much.
Yeah, to be with his family.
And then Renner almost died in that one thing, so who knows when he'll ever come
Loki
back.
to be involved.
Loki, I think he's going to be a major player because obviously we talk about OGs. He's been around since Thor 1.
Yeah, the OG bad guy.
I have not watched the second season yet of Loki's show on Disney. I will admit that. So I'm a little behind the loop on that. But I feel like there's probably things that happen.
Yeah, he has a bigger role in the universe now, but it may get yanked from him. That might be the crux of the story. Who knows? We don't know any of the things going on. But Byron, you brought up... Go ahead. What if he's the leader? I was going to say,
what if Loki's there? Yeah.
He might be.
I mean, he might be.
With his new role, he might be. He might be the one telling him something's about to happen.
That is true.
Wow, look at me go.
That would be a big change for him from going to villain to leader of the Avengers, potentially.
He could be the one saying Avengers Assemble.
That would be crazy. Byron, what'd you think about you talked about Sam, Kevin Feige, obviously the head honcho of Marvel movies, all that. He's had some really weird comments lately. And he just said that he felt like Captain America Brave New World, which we all thought was like, okay. We were like, all right, it's all right. But he said it didn't perform as well as it should because it was the first movie without Chris Evans.
That is bullshit. It didn't perform well because his story wasn't all that great. Like, there is no reason, and we've talked about this on the Cap 4 review, there's no reason Red Hulk should have been the villain in Cap 4. That should have been a Hulk villain. Also, if you're trying to connect things, you should have continued the story that you set up in Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where, what is her name? Peggy Carter's granddaughter.
Sharon.
Thank you. Sharon Carter turned out to be the villain or the Shadow Broker, whatever. So they should have continued that in Cap 4, and it probably would have did better than what they put out in Cap 4.
I agree with that because I didn't know really what to expect with that movie. But I truly wish they would have picked up where they left off in the show a little bit. And explored that storyline because then it would have just added to Sam's likability and actual push into this world. Like, it seemed sloppy and it seemed like something we've seen over and over and over again. Like, it would have been a better use of their time if they would have gone into a more complex world versus I'm the bad guy and I'm the good guy and I'm struggling here, but I'm going to overcome everything. And it was sloppy.
Yeah, because it wasn't even Captain. It was a Hulk film with no Hulk, but they put Captain America. So
go
ahead.
Yeah, Hive Mind and Red Hulk, which are Hulk antagonists. Also,
go ahead.
they probably could have just did Sidewinder, because that was an interesting story. Like, then they tell that off to have Hive Mind and Red Hawk be the big fight at the end.
My other two things, because I don't want to hold them on that. One, it made no sense how Bucky randomly became a senator by any means, because they did not explain how that happened at all from like Falcon and Winter Soldier there.
Mhm.
And two, just because the way he said it, and just because of the world we live in, you already know what some people were saying, especially on certain political spectrums, saying, see, he just said it. They shouldn't have went with the black guy being Captain America. That's why it sucked. So that's what irritates it.
Mhm.
That's not what he meant, but that's what people are gonna
take it as.
it to be, which is super annoying, but it is okay. So right now we've had Captain America. Oh, we have this all in this year. We had Captain America. We had Thunderbolts. We've had Fantastic Four. How are we feeling right now? Are you more confident for next year, 2026, which is going to be a big year? Are you normal confident, or are you just like, still wait and see?
I'm a little bit of still wait and see, and more confident because Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four were really good films. So that gets me excited to see what they could potentially do for Avengers Doomsday and then the Spider-Man film that we get before Avengers Doomsday. So I'm still kind of just cautious.
Yeah.
Kelsey, how about you?
I was going to say I'm cautiously optimistic. Just because I just feel like it'll be interesting to see how they tie everything together, because up until Avengers, like most of these people have never met in real life. And that's a make it or break it moment. Because if you go too serious, it seems forced. But if you add too much humor, it also seems forced and sloppy. And I don't know which is worse. Like, you almost have to have it be somewhat of an organic, so to speak, meeting of like,
yes,
oh, Yelena knows this person because of this reason, or blah, like recalling an old friends, or like Loki goes and grabs everyone he knows because that's the way it needs to happen. Like, I feel like if they don't handle that situation well, the rest of the movie, no matter how good or bad it is going to be impacted by that singular like moment of the meeting.
Who do we think knows the most people right now? Like, obviously they know of you, like, obviously, like, oh, the world knows Sam Wilson is like Captain America, or like Bruce Banner's the Hulk, like stuff like that. It's like, oh, you know so and so and so and so. Like, how many people actually, like, who do you think actually knows the most people, where they could call someone and be like, hey, blah 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 blah?
Captain Marvel or Bucky.
Or Sam, because they're all in Avengers Endgame.
Yeah. The reason why I say Captain Marvel is because, like, obviously she travels through space and therefore time. So, like, she knows of so many alternative universes and places. And she's literally lived through everything, obviously.
I think my pick would be Steven.
Oh,
Doctor Strange.
True.
I forgot.
Because he's the one who got them all to the final fight anyway.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about him.
Well, we haven't seen him since Multiverse
of Madness.
So I'm gonna throw this little real quick thing. Some people said this is one rumor, that Doctor Doom is gonna just collect the Omega level people and use it to take over all the multiverses. So he's gonna snatch Franklin. He's gonna take him to 616. He's gonna use Franklin to revive Wanda. And then use both their powers. Then they're gonna go yank Loki's powers, and he's gonna become like this all powerful god. That's what a premise of a rumor.
That would be something, but like, man, how do you stop that power? Because like, from the comics, we know Franklin he's
very strong.
Omega strong.
He brought his mom back to life before he could even say a word. His mom died. Sue died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He brought her back with his cosmic
By
powers.
crying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be like 5 movies. Or
They got to do it in 2. I mean, they did Endgame and Infinity War in 2.
those movies have to be like 4 hours long, which I would not complain about.
Some people have been complaining that
Some
these movies
people
have been they've been actually too short, that we're not fleshing it out anymore.
Agreed. I feel like they need, for the Avengers movies, if they are less than 2.5 hours long, I will probably go in with preconceived notions that is going to be messy.
That's true. These past movies have not been 2 hours, and a lot of people are like, hey, we need more. As people used to say, oh, I think it was Eternals that was like too long, and they were like, now we want short movies, and then we got short movies, but then like Chelsea said, we don't get fleshed enough stories. Infinity War was like 2.5 hours. Endgame was 3 hours, and it did not feel like 3 hours.
It did not feel like 3 hours at all.
And if you cannot hold your bladder while watching a 3-hour movie, go to a doctor or buy Depends. That's all.
Or just don't drink anything before.
Right. Like, figure out your shit.
Or moderate the stuff. One last thing on that, because the stuff did get changed just real quickly. Obviously, the MCU now has 37 consecutive films that open #1 domestically when they come out. That is great. But Byron, this one, I know we've talked about this. I know Mitch has been very passionate about this. Shout out to Oso. Kevin Feige, again, just talking really about the Jonathan Majors situation, that they got rid of him before anything was proven in the court of law. And then when he came to the court of law, he was basically not guilty of all like the serious stuff. Had to do like 1 year of like community service, stuff like that. And then he was able to act. So then a lot of people were pissed because they jumped the gun without due process. So they got rid of Kang the Conqueror, who was supposed to be the big bad, who from the Loki series, from Ant-Man. And then he said that, oh, we were gonna switch anyway because we felt like he wasn't Thanos, but Doctor Doom is Thanos, but we've never seen Doctor Doom. And as you know, the kids say that is Cap, because I think he's lying just to save face.
I 100% think that's bullshit. Like, you set up the story for Kang to be your big bad, and we only knew the changes after Ant-Man 3 didn't do so well. Of him saying, oh, well, we're not going to have Kang as a big bad, and then Jonathan Majors get fired. Like, oh, okay, we're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back as Doctor Doom. Like, I don't believe that. Like, I think because, like Chelsea said, the oversaturation of the TV shows, like, and the movies, like, it wasn't doing so well, and they thought it was Kang's fault that it wasn't doing so well. But no, it was the oversaturation of things. Like, people felt like, oh, I gotta watch everything to know what's going on in MCU.
Yeah.
I also think with the oversaturation, because we say that, and it's rightfully so, but if you look at 2018, all the stuff that came out during 2018, you would not think that if the stuff is good, it's not oversaturated. Like, we got Black Panther, like Avengers Infinity War, all the TV shows, like the Daredevils, all that. That was all in like 2018.
Yeah.
But at that time, the Daredevil shows did connect to the MCU. There was like their own separate. It's like the Netflix verse and then the MCU.
People still watched it though. That's what I'm saying. Like, people still watched all. They weren't complaining.
They watched it because it was a low commitment, low risk. Like, you didn't feel the pressure to watch it before a movie came out because you just appreciated the storyline, the actors, or the character itself. Knowing that, yes, it's part of Netflix, and yes, it is part of Marvel, but I don't have to put this on my list immediately before I see a movie. Whereas when Marvel made the shift to Disney, part of it was like the fan culture, but also like the setup of the shows was very much like, you are going to find things out that will either have had an impact on previous movies or will tie in future movies. So like, the ante was there, like the commitment level was like, you want to watch it because like you're going to find something out, or you're going to need that little nugget of information for future. So like,
that's
Netflix.
a good point.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. My only thing with that is that if you remember the first shows that came out no one had that issue because they were all really good. First show they had WandaVision.
So good.
And then I don't remember the order, but I know these were two of the first ones. First season of Loki.
Good.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like
Amazing.
people like those ones. It all, I'm telling you right now, it all went to shit with the fan base, whether right, wrong, sexist, whatever, indifferent. It all went to shit during that damn She-Hulk. That's when it went to shit. Because and I can point the scene when they had She-Hulk twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. That's when people went a fucking ape shit.
Which is still dumb as fuck because She-Hulk was a good show.
Well, since that time, that's when everyone started getting pissed and people didn't start giving a shit about the shows again until Loki 2, and then now the dude Daredevil because it's back. And then all the people are going to come back again because Punisher has his stuff and people love John Berthel. Jessica Jones is coming back and everyone loves the Jessica Jones actress.
Yeah, we do.
Kristen, so she's back. So everyone's going to watch the shit again. So it's like.
The other show where unfairly went to shit was Hawkeye.
Yes. And I don't even think that should have went to shit because Kate did really well.
Kate did really well. Yelena was in it. I think people had beef with the fact that it was like around the holidays and it was like wintry and like a feel good, so to speak, even though it was still very dark. But again, even with that, they never continued that storyline.
And I remember, we can bring it back then because when Black Widow came out, Black Widow was even though I'm not going to go into the whole legal stuff, but Black Widow was the first end credit scene that connected directly into one of the MCU Disney Plus shows. Because you have the girl, fake Nick Fury, who tells Val, she's like, this is the reason your sister's dead, and then gives a picture of Barton to Helena, hence that goes directly into Hawkeye.
Right.
And all of that. Because you're telling me from since then, and the chemistry that the two, and I know she's been very busy, but how have we not, in almost, 10 plus years, how have we not had another Helena and Kate Bishop interaction?
Correct.
That makes no sense.
Yeah. Where is it?
Because I'm assuming it'll also be funny where her loyalty lies, because if Barton does, if Jeremy Renner is able to act again, and he does become Barton, I'm assuming he would go to Sam's Avengers. And I'm assuming wherever he went, Kate would go, but then Kate would have that internal thing like, bro, I mean, this man saved my life when I was a kid. During the original thing, like, even though I like rock with you, Elena, and then like, because the last time we saw Kate was in the Marvels because Miss Marvel was recruiting her for the young adult Avengers.
Which would be crazy because, like, if they did do like brought the young adult Avengers in Doomsday or Secret Wars, like, would Kate stick with the young Avengers or would she go with whatever team Hawkeye's on?
Yeah, but she's the old. She's probably the old. Well, depending on who's on the team, she'd probably be the oldest.
Yeah,
that's just crazy how Elena and the Black Widow and Hawkeye of the new generation, who they're supposed to be best friends, have not, because they have not interacted since on screen.
And then this isn't necessarily part of Avengers, kind of. What about Eternals? When are they ever gonna like?
Oh, that was the other one that pissed the people off.
When are we gonna revisit that? And I didn't mind the movie, but I also, it wasn't like,
that one should have been a Netflix show.
Right. I feel like it should have been a show versus a movie. And then if it did well, then they could have explored movie territory. Because I think it's an important storyline and we're going to miss out because it did poorly.
Yeah, their problem was introducing literally a whole team, like 12 plus people. And again, they asked the real question. Since Steve and Tony Stark are gone, who's going to lead the Avengers? And we just asked the question 10 minutes ago, and that's still lingering. So they were asking the real stuff, but their problem is, you guys are all powerful. Where the hell have you guys been for 10 years?
Right.
Like, oh, we were told not to interfere with Thanos. Half your team got yanked by the freaking judge in space.
Right.
Y'all ain't gonna get him back. Jon Snow's over here because you guys took his girl, and he's trying to get some armor to go fight. It's like,
and it's not even. It wasn't the cast. Like,
no, the cast was star-studded.
You had a phenomenal cast. It was the sloppy writing and storytelling.
Angelina Jolie agreed to be a side character pretty much. She wasn't even the main. Like the cast was
Right.
star-studding. Angelina Jolie's like that's the craziest thing. She is in this shit, and
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles comes back as Thanos' brother.
Right.
Right.
Like there's so many loose ends in that film that they could have done. I mean, hell, HBO could have crushed it as a show.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna get any help. Like if someone told me, "Oh, I'm Thanos' brother," I was like, "So you just let your brother like kill half of us?
Right.
You thought it was okay?
Time.
You thought it was okay? Like that's the thing that that's so funny. So yeah, so they're doing well. I mean, all the four superhero movies that have come out, the 3 Marvel, 3 DC, have all done pretty like well, pretty well. Superman did well. Fantastic Four's done well. Thunderbolts, like really like Between the Fans and stuff and all that.
Mhm.
All right, so I did promise Nikki, shout out to Nikki, that this would be talked about in the notes. So Esquire, who I don't know why the hell they did this list, they did a top 5 superhero list of all time, superhero movie list of all time.
Mhm.
And for the YouTube shorts, this is by far the worst superhero list I've seen in my entire life. And that's saying something because people are dumb. This is disrespect to over there. This list is trash. It is ass water. Like it's as bad as you can make it. Just saying. One, no disrespect to Thunderbolts. Y'all just came out. You are not a top 25 movie of all time. That is crazy. that is wild. And here's the other thing. I'm just gonna go through some of the list picks they have. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was the worst Guardians movie.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So how is the worst Guardians movie better than the previous 2 Guardians movies who aren't even on this list? And how is this movie better than Avengers Infinity War, Iron Man, which are both not on the list? How is Infinity War and Iron Man not on the list?
Can't tell you that.
This list is ass. Like Guardians 2, terrible. And Hellboy is not better than Avengers Endgame. Cut the shit. Cut the shit.
Not at all.
And then what else? Okay. So like okay, Winter Soldier, Logan, okay. Batman 89, don't just Batman 89 should not be on this list. Top 25, no.
No. I don't think Unbreakable should be on the list either.
Get that shit off of here. Like that is terrible. Oh my gosh.
Like no offense to Bruce Willis. The movie's great. I don't classify it as a superhero movie, honestly.
Out of here. I don't know why the Crow's on here. No, get that out of here. Shame Comrade, no disrespect. Get out. This is top 25 all time. Get out. Watchmen's not top 25. Get out.
No.
Super off. Shazam's actually really good, but no, I don't think it's top 25.
Super. I feel like I've seen that movie.
It ain't top 25. Is that
25. The one?
If you can't remember it, it's not top 25. That's all you got to say.
And
then the real disrespect. First of all, The Dark Knight is 3. Okay. All right. Spider-Man 2 is not better than The Dark Knight. Superman 1 is not better than Dark Knight. It's like one of those things where you're like, in basketball, if you're like, oh, who's the greatest of all time? It's either you say Michael Jordan or you may say LeBron James. Either or the lowest the other person is 2. Dark Knight at 3 is ass. That's bad. The first superhero movie to ever make $1 billion. The first superhero movie to get nominated for 8 Oscars and win 2. The first superhero movie that everyone was pissed that didn't get nominated for Best Picture. Get out of here. Infinity War not being on there. What other movies do we all like?
What criteria did they even use?
Chelsea, that is a fantastic question.
It really is.
Perusing the article just really quickly, trying to see like, is it based on movie like tickets sold? Is it based on the revenue that it's made since it's come out? Because you can track that. Is it based on attendance of theaters, which is not necessarily valid because theaters have drastically changed over the years? Like, is it Marvel versus DC versus other? Is it like, because some of it, like The Incredibles, that's animated.
That was and Into the Spider-Verse. Which again, if you're counting animated movies, then I can see Into the Spider-Verse being top 25 and like Incredibles, but
But like again, there's different categories, and yes, The Incredibles is very much a superhero movie, and it deserves. I truthfully think it deserves the spot that it got. But what? Where did they pull these out of? The air?
Yeah. Go ahead, Byron.
think they did. So I looked up Super. I did have seen this movie, but it only made like, well, it was rated not good. It's like 6.7 out of 10. So automatically, I don't think that qualifies you as a
Byron, is that movie better than
best
Batman
movie.
Begins?
Hell no.
Is it better than Iron Man?
Hell no.
Infinity War?
Hell no.
Guardians 1 or 3?
Hell no.
And then all those movies aren't on the list, so it shouldn't be on the list. If you can't answer a movie if they're not better than something off the list, they shouldn't be on the list.
Right.
Wonder Woman, the first one, I agree. First, like really big woman. Like,
oh yeah,
sorry, that should be a 25. That should be a top 25. I agree.
Should have never made a second one.
Well, the second one was just ass. It was during COVID. It was ass.
They could have did a better story with Wonder Woman 2.
Winter Soldier, Logan. I would not, and I would not put the Batman in 12. I'd put it, I'd be pushing it if that'd be top 25. I like the movie, but it's not better than Winter Soldier. It's not, like, Avengers Endgame at 19 is really kind of pissing me off. Like, that is crazy. Like, it's not even a movie. That was a generational event.
Right.
So. Had ticket sites crashing.
Esquire, I will tell you right now, this is the biggest dog shit list I've ever seen in my life. Ever.
Like, they at least include information on each movie, but again, it doesn't give a why or a statistic as to how it got into that top spot. Like, it's not. If you're going to come up with a list that spans different brands and decades, put some thought into it. Don't just pull names out of your ass.
Agreed.
Yeah. Agree.
Byron, you are a very nice person, hence why you're the captain of the L7C, because you see the good in things. Why can't people why are we in 2025 and people have to pick sides? I posted these things. Why can't people just like the things they like in peace?
I want to know the answer to that question too, because you literally can like DC and like Marvel at the same time, like me and you do, and Chelsea. Like, we like both sides of the coin. You don't have to choose like, oh, Superman was better than Fantastic Four, or Fantastic Four was better than Superman. You can like the movies, and it's okay to like DC, and it's okay to like Marvel at the same time. It's not like a gang. Like, you don't have to choose sides.
You can have a preference. I mean, there's a thing, like, you can have a preference, like I mean, everyone knows where my favorite superheroes in, but I'm not just like, oh, I hate Marvel because they don't have Bruce Wayne, but I mean, I enjoy them both. It's the same thing, like, got Chelsea on here. It's the same thing with like music. Just because you like one artist doesn't mean you have to follow the thing and hate another artist. Why can't you listen to both and both make great music?
I think it's the commercialization of each brand. Like, Marvel, yes, they're both comics. Yes, it's superhero. Yes, like, there's good and evil and everything in between. But Marvel's marketing team was just slightly ahead of like that, capturing the crowd and like capturing that feeling that superhero movies give compared to like DC. Because I didn't grow up watching like the animated shows. I didn't grow up reading the comics. Like, I read Nancy Drew. That was my superhero. But like, as a younger like teenager, I still remember going into that theater and watching Iron Man. Like, I still remember like that feeling and then getting sucked into the world of Marvel based on that, because they just like marketed it so well. I definitely appreciate DC. I feel like it's a little bit more gritty, but it's just the marketing behind it.
Oh, that's a valid point. Byron, anything else?
Stop choosing sides. Just like what you want to like, but don't bash on the other side because they're not your favorite.
That's a very good point, because, you know, in this world we live in, the signature tweet or post, enough time has passed. X
Oh
is
my-
greater than this.
Mhm.
I hate that tweet so fucking much.
So I also don't like when people try to hop in. Like, obviously, we're talking like this is just a political fact. The White House getting mad because they were talking about Superman because they took out the American way and it just said a better tomorrow. Like, really? And I know we talked about this. Listen to the Superman review. We talked about it on how the man is, what the legal definition of an immigrant is, and people getting pissy about it because they think we just support people coming in here and all that stuff. But yeah, we're not going to get any more of that. Just as J. Cole said, they act like two legends cannot exist. That's the best quote.
Yes.
It is.
Anything else, guys? I mean, Superman just crossed 500 million. They're doing well. July is this July. I mean, we're going to look back at this July. Maybe not the same as like Oppenheimer, but if you go 4 straight weeks, July went crazy movie wise. It went absolutely
Yes.
crazy.
This summer went crazy movie wise. Be so for real.
But not all, but this month in particular, you went from Jurassic to
Yeah.
Superman, Fantastic, F1.
Mhm.
This July was wild, and they've all made a lot of money. Like, that's the thing too. So it just shows if you make movies people want to see,
They're gonna go see him.
they're gonna go see them. Byron, Chelsea, anything else?
No, I can't think of anything.
No, I'm just excited for the future.
If I asked you on the spot, since the original 6 Avengers, who would be your new 6?
Oh,
And you could pick from all the people.
all the people.
Well, who we've seen, who we know are still alive.
Damn.
Well, I know Chelsea wants Elena.
Well, yeah,
probably
Byron
Bucky.
wants Sam, and then she wants Bucky, so that's 2. You want Pedro, so that's 3.
Yeah,
So you only need 3 more.
hot people here.
Yes. I mean, if that's your requirements, go for it.
Now you're only doing hot boys or hot girls, because if you're doing hot girls, then you got to throw Angelina Jolie. That's an Eternal.
Yeah, but her
And
story.
Kirby. That's 5.
Vanessa Kirby, yes.
If you're doing just the hot people.
Sue's in it for sure.
So that all right? So Pedro, Sue, Elena, Bucky. That's 4. You get 2 more.
2 more.
And then the hottest of the hot for the people, most people, Chris Hemsworth.
No.
Oh, I forgot. We got talk about picking sides. Going against the Hemsworth family.
Wrong. Like, he's a beautiful person. Like, you could spit in my mouth. I don't care. But
Language. It's a shit show.
please edit that, please. I would say Loki.
Okay, so
I
5.
figure you're about to say Loki.
Yeah, she likes Loki. You even got the green on. You look like you got a Loki tank, even though it's not even on purpose.
It's my little golf shirt. And then my last one. Oh, just because let's bring back Haley Steinfeld.
Okay, Kate. Okay. That's good. That was on the spot. That's good.
But like,
That's
as a more mature, grown-up version of Kate.
Okay, that is Chelsea's new 6. I like it, Byron. So we know Sam's on your squad.
Sam, Miss Marvel,
Ooh,
Daredevil.
Okay, 3.
Shang-Chi.
Oh, the Forgotten Man, who's just randomly going to be friends. Well, I know he had the end credit scene, but now he's going to have such a rapport in the world.
That's 4. I need 2 more.
Yeah.
Ooh. Doctor Strange.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take as my last spot. That spot's hard.
It is hard.
I'm going to say Shuri for the tech.
I was waiting for someone to say Shuri. What were you about to say, Chelsea?
I have an alternate.
Oh, an alternate. Okay. A backup.
Because she'll be coming. And I know we can't necessarily talk, but Jessica Jones.
Okay. No, I like it.
Yeah.
All right,
Depending on how they handle her, because I loved her in the Netflix shows.
So my 6, I would have Hemsworth. I would have Strange. We haven't mentioned her, but I would want her because I would have Carol.
Mm-hmm.
She just needs to come to work. She just needs to come to work. And since we're doing the people here, that's 3. I would have Wolverine. I would have Hugh Jackman.
That's a good one.
Those 4, and then I would also have Shuri for technology, Queen of Wakanda, and then my last spot, I'm just gonna give it. Even though my side person would be Mr. Fantastic for intelligence, my 6th spot is this movie's next, Spider-Man, Iron Man's Legacy.
Yeah,
that's good 6.
That's solid.
And we did that on the fly.
Look at us.
Goodness. With that being said, Chelsea, it was really fun having you on your first superhero pod.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll hope to have you again, maybe previewing Spider-Man to see what you want in that movie. That was really fun having you on here. Yay. And with that being said, thank you everyone for listening to the 7C podcast. Let us know what you thought about the Fantastic Four. We all really liked it. Chelsea even says she wants to go see it again. I may probably go see it again soon as well. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, you guys take care. Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.